We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The home of the Warriors. Live on and with tip.
Well, Kevin,
thanks for that. And the Warriors move the ball so quickly. Their team chemistry is off the charts. And as we get into the meat of the NBA season, wear and tear starting to factor in for rotation players. So just how hard can playing 36 minutes a night, every game be in a body?
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of wear and tear, and a lot of times you get a chance to see it at the end of the season in the playoffs. So if you can keep some of these star players and all players around 36, 35, 34, and then let them play a little bit longer in playoffs, that's what you're trying to do as a coaching staff.
I'm looking back here. You played almost 40 minutes a game back in the late 90s. Wow.
That's why I'm sitting here right next to you right now, Kevin.
Yeah, that's right. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt. Steven Adams is out there with Anthony, and it's George in at the 3 slot. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Good on the triple. Curry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Westbrook against Curry. Here's Ferguson. 8 points his last outing. Double team on Westbrook. Nobody near George. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Golden State. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit. And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Double team on Westbrook. Outside, George. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. Now Westbrook. A 23-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there. That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
And the steal then right into the fast break. Great awareness.
Perfect read. Takes a chance. Certainly pays off.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Golden State's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Well, you just watch the way that Klay Thompson shoots, and you're surprised when the ball doesn't go in.
I mean, one thing with Klay, too, in his shot, he believes it's always going to go in. More importantly, so does his teammates. And he's got that shooter's mentality where he just will continue to trust in his mechanics. And I don't think he gets enough credit for just how hard he works to maintain that shot.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And even 3-on-3 break. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Westbrook against Curry. George passes to Anthony.
Wonderful D from Draymond. Just so great at contesting shots and making shots uneasy for his opponents.
He kicks to Curry. Picked by Pachulia. Curry dishes to Durant. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Westbrook throws it down hard.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Outside Durant, picked by Pachulia. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. It's got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for George.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in.
I like the aggressive move on the layup attempt, but the defender, he just stayed right with it.
And Thompson kicks to Green. And Adams sends it back to the middle. Here's Anthony. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
And the Warriors miss again.
Poor decision to force that one. The defense is right there because of a terrible pick.
Oh!
Yes! Yes!
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Iguodala kicks to Thompson. Green with a screen for Thompson. And Curry has it in the corner. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 6 points for Steph Curry.
And you can see there, the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them. There were a lot of ways he could have finished that one, but he decided to keep it classy with the finger roll.
And Smitty, you were able to play a couple seasons with Steve Kerr when you were both in San Antonio. What was your time together like there? How do you think he's been influenced by his San Antonio time?
Well, it was a great time. He's a great teammate. I think he's been influenced by Popovich's attention to details. Both are very measured to their approach to things, but the one thing you have to really say that you really link those two together, they are funny, funny, funny.
Here's Durant. The shot's good. Durant's got his second bucket tonight.
The mobility of Kevin Durant, showcase right there. So smooth getting to the rim.
Westbrook against Curry. Here's Ferguson. Hits the three-point bomb. Ferguson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Curry passes to Durant. Green, the screen. Thompson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Anthony. At the elbow, Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Kevin Durant. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws here for the night.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Now, here's Livingston. With 1 on the clock, tips it up. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Warriors lead by 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And Kevin Durant always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated.
It comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I want to be the best player. You know, first off, at 8 years old, you want to be the best player in your neighborhood, and that's where it comes from. Just always want to be the best, and no matter where I'm playing at. And if I keep working each and every year, I've gotten better. You know, if I continue to just keep working, I've seen improvements.
Year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, that first NBA championship.
Right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism, and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Fun to watch. They give you no time to set up on defense, and we see that reflected in the score.
Iguodala out there with West. Then there's Nick Young. Then there's Livingston. And it's McCaw in at the shooting guard position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Grant gets a wide open look. They grab their own miss. Eustace can't get it to go.
In over his head on the layup attempt there. Too much defensive pressure.
Here's McCaw. No good that time. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Felton dishes to Grant. Outside, Felton. Patterson setting the pick for Grant. West with some nice D.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
He did a nice job of keeping him off the block, didn't let him get deep post position.
And Steve, in your playing days, you always struck that balance, I always thought, between calling your own number and creating for teammates. That's a real gift.
It is, and I think the value of playing winning basketball, Kevin, is whatever play dictates making your teammates better or making the winning play. I think a lot of guys right now get caught up in stats. Whatever's the play to help your team win, that's the play that needs to be made.
Yeah, well said.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. Ron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, a jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall. I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write. And by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. DA, thank you. And the Warriors miss again. Thunder trailing by 3. Grant outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
You have to give credit to the defenses. Protecting the rim, closing out hard. This one's been a grind.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
Abrinas. In the corner, it's Felton. Grant outside. Dishes it to Patterson. Back to Grant. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Patterson, the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Abrinas. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Warriors lead it. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, Livingston kicks it to West. Here's Iguodala. The shot's good on the assist by West. Iguodala's got his first points of the game.
Andre getting the offensive juices flowing. Just a confident player who likes taking those type of shots.
And with the Warriors, their ability to score in bunches really is unmatched throughout the league. They'll be going along with the team, and then all of a sudden they have that 20-point lead in like 3 minutes. It can happen so fast that I think at times the other teams are shell-shocked.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. Number 1, the Thunder.
They have been aggressive underneath. I mean, they're playing with a physicality that you don't often see, and it's led to a lot of second chance points.
And talking about the Warriors and their ability to build a lead very quickly, the shooting they have, Greg, is a very big part of how they can just bury a team.
It is. They're shooting, especially from deep, but also their defense. One kind of feeds the other in terms of how they can steamroll teams and create that momentum And only the special teams can put a game away with a 5-minute run, but this is one that has consistently done it over the last 3 years.
Young's shot is off. Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Abrines kicks to Felton. And it's Grant in the corner. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Oklahoma City trailing. Here's McCall. On the wing, Iguodala. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Iguodala's got his second bucket of the night.
Just an exceptional job by Iggy, imposing his will down inside with his strong frame.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in Oakland.
And the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
They wreaked havoc on the defensive end and really held the pace of the game in their favor for the entire game.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. From deep, George, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Westbrook against Curry. Pachulia with the screen on George. Here's Durant. Makes it off the glass. Durant's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Westbrook passes to Ferguson. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Ferguson. Puts up a 3. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Thompson right side. Westbrook pulls it in.
A high percentage look from the mid-range. Might have been surprised that he was so wide open.
The pass to Adams. Anthony down low. Not going to go that time.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Warriors ahead. They lead by a bucket. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Steve Kerr. Coach, what did the team do in that first half defensively?
Just compete. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and it helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
That's it for now as the second half just about ready to go.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt. Anthony is out there with Steven Adams. And it's George in at the small forward position. And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done, but guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities, and a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
Steve, with the way Curry has transformed this Warrior team into perennial title contenders, the MVP awards and all the hardware, how soon is it before you start the conversation of where Steph Curry falls among the all-time greats?
Well, Kevin, I would love to start that conversation with most players when their career is over or close to being over. Curry has an unbelievable resume, but I will say, as of right now, I can say he's the best shooter of all time. NBA champion, multiple award-winning MVP. Now it's just about longevity for him.
Durant, wide open, he fires. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Westbrook double team. Stolen by Thompson. Pull-up jumper. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
You know, coming out of the half, you want to set the tone for the rest of the game. But going 1 for 4 is the wrong way to do it.
Anthony can't hit. The Warriors have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. Green, the screen. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Pass to Green. Pachulia sets a screen for Green. Shot clock at 3. Shoots over Adams.
Terrible beginning to the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. George against Durant. The drive by Anthony. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. The Warriors leading. From deep. The rebound by Paul George.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Anthony dishes to Westbrook. Inside. And there's Paul George on the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Curry kicks to Durant. To the inside. Here's Pachulia. Lays it up off the glass. Pachulia's got his first 2 points of the night. You know, Steve, it seems like players are getting more leeway to shoot, but the one thing coaches cannot stand are turnovers. That's been universal, and for the beginning of the game, talk about how you can cut those turnovers down.
I think for a lot of players, they have to come in and really start to go back to study film. That can definitely cut down turnovers. Next, I think it has to be something that really, it hurts you. I think a lot of guys turn it over, they're like, when we get to the next play, you got to turn the basketball over, and that has to hurt you. Then I think also a lot of guys make the simple play. Don't go for the fences. Go for the bunts, the singles, and if a guy's open, just give it to him in stride versus trying to create a play. A lot of guys sometimes over-dribble and overthink, just make the right basketball play.
And keeping your focus, I would think, too, just like in anything in regular life, keeping your focus on something has got to be just imperative.
And communication, you said it right. You focus, communication, that will cut down turnovers.
Green with a screen on Anthony. Here's Iguodala, and Anthony sends it back. In the corner, George with it. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Warriors have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. And the basket by Curry.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Thunder have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. It's Westbrook with the drive. West with some nice D.
And guys, there's a lot to like here defensively. That shot almost ends up in the stands.
And he was not quite in position to block the shot, but the result is all the same.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there'll be more in store.
Anthony with the screen on Curry. In the corner, George with it. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 6 assists now in the game. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Livingston passes to Curry. Green, the screen. Now the dish to West. It's stolen by Adams. It's rebounded by Livingston.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
The Thunder have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Westbrook with it. Now Green defending. Westbrook kicks to Anthony. West with some nice D. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Pass to Curry. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
How about the quarter he's having? Tremendous execution on the offensive end, helping to further fuel this lead.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Nick Young's checked in for West. And it's Patrick McCaw in for Sean Livingston. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Kevin Durant's checked in for Golden State. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. George with the ball. 10 points for him. Out to Anthony. Again, the miss by Anthony.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this lead. He's been off all night.
Pass to McCaw. Fires for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. McCaw has got 5 points so far.
And what it looks like now, guys, their confidence is growing, and so is this lead.
But they can't just sit back and enjoy it. They need to keep up the momentum.
The third quarter comes to a close. The Warriors on top as they end the third quarter on a 15-6 run. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now it's when we go, good shot, great shot, right? Right now.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Thunder trailing by 8. Iguodala at small forward with Durant playing the 4. Curry and McCaw are the 1 and the 2. And it's Green in at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's George. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. George has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Oklahoma City. Curry dishes to Iguodala. Feeds it to Green. 6 to shoot. And Adams sends it back. The 3 from Anthony. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Timeout called the Warriors.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Pachulia, he's checked in for Iguodala. There's Thompson in for McCaw. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He was pretty clear-cut to them. He said, look, we need to play with some edge out there. I don't care what the lead is. Do not back off.
Here's Durant. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Everyone knows how amazing Green is on defense because of his long reach. Nice job there starting the transition play.
And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
The offensive rebound. Curry with some nice D.
How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in.
Here's the feed to Pachulia. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Green, the screen. Here's Thompson. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Warriors lead by 7.
Solid use of the screen and roll from Thompson. A dangerous player who destroys opposing defenses off these sets.
They set the pick. Adams, the pass to Felton. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Free throw good, Felton. And the Thunder making a switch here. Ferguson's checked in. Both free throws good from Felton. And the Warriors with possession here. They host the Clippers after this game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Durant kicks to Green. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Grant. And Durant sends it back.
The standing reach of a center, the mobility of a guard. No wonder Durant sent that one back.
George is checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's George. No good on the quick 3. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Screen by Adams. Felton dishes to George. Adams. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Puts it up from 12. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
When the basketball's in his hand and he rises up to take a jump shot, you always think he's going to get in. He is starting to catch fire, Stephen Curry.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Anthony's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Thunder trailing by 10. George sets a screen for Felton. Kicks it to George. Adams with the screen on Durant. Dishes it to Carmelo. Over Green, and Anthony with the basket on the assist by George. And it's 7 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot, and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
And shot by Felton.
And the steal then right into the fast break. Great awareness.
Perfect read. Takes a chance, certainly pays off.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Green, the pass to Durant. Clock at 6. Back to Green. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Just some real big boy strength from Green. Absorbing the hit like a champ while still hitting the shot.
And the Thunder making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. 1:25 left in the 4th quarter. George with the screen on Curry. And George kicks to Anthony. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Green. And here is Curry. Pachulia with the screen on Westbrook. It's Curry outside. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Warriors.
The one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Steph Curry.
What I like that he came ready to compete in this game, but he did it under control. Tremendous poise, never seemed to be in a hurry, just played the game the right way.
Grant in the post. He's covered by Thompson. Clock at 4. They need this, and Thompson sends it back.
Don't underestimate Klay Thompson on the defensive end. Perfect timing on the block.
Zaza Pachulia. Patrick McCaw. Al Livingston. From deep three-point range, it falls.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one. They have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And, boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Andre. A lot of great offensive players on this team. How does it all come together to have a night like tonight?
Well, we know our defense is our catalyst to everything for our team. So as long as we play defense, get stops, rebounding was most important tonight. You know, they're one of the best rebounding teams in the league. We were able to do that and get out on the break.
And you made the most of it when you had those opportunities, Andre. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long.